Meet Lisa Klug, author of a new book called Cool Jew, the ultimate guide for every member of the tribe. And it's not just for Jews, says the book title. Lisa Klug, how does one know if you're a cool Jew?
Well, you know if you're a cool Jew if you speak with great emotion, conviction, irreverence, good humor, and of course, gesticulation. You also know you're a cool Jew if your Heapster food pyramid contains generous daily servings of gefilte fish, also known as fish spam. You know you're a cool Jew if you recycle, reuse, and reschmooze matzo balls and encase them in lucite to create an adorable paperweight. And lastly, you know you're a cool Jew if you can do this. This symbol that Spock used on the show Star Trek is actually an ancient Hebrew tradition. Comes from blessing each other in the synagogue. It's still done all over the world today. In fact, the words that Spock used, live long and prosper, come from the original Hebrew text.
You also use the word Heapster in the book. Is there a difference between Heapster and cool Jew? Are they different?
No, a Heapster and a cool Jew are one and the same. What is essential is to know the difference between a Heb and a dweeb. So a Heb is someone who eats kosher dills, whereas a dweeb eats sweet gherkins. A Heb is someone who eats mustard. A dweeb eats mayo. A Heb overcooks. A dweeb undercooks. Final answer, a Heb is Mama Cass. A dweeb, sorry to say, Karen Carpenter.
This is almost a guide. I mean, is that what you, why did you write a book called Cool Jew?
Well, it actually is a guide. It's a field manual for 21st century Jews and the people who love us. And I wrote it because I love being Jewish and I'm so proud of Jewish accomplishment. Did you know there are many words in English that actually come from Yiddish? That's just one good example. Some of these words are schmooze or klutz, mishmash, glitz, chutzpah, schlump, schlemiel, schlemazel. I could go on, but I'll stop there.
Any surprises in Cool Jew? I mean, is anything we will learn that we did not know before?
There is so much in Cool Jew that you will not have known before, but perhaps the greatest surprise is that Elvis was Jewish. It's true. Elvis lived in an apartment building where a rabbi lived upstairs, and he was a frequent visitor in the rabbi's home. But he wasn't just a JBA, Jew by Association. Elvis came from a long line of Jewish women. In fact, when Elvis got older, he started wearing a high necklace, which represents the Hebrew word for life, and he also put a Jewish star on his mother's tombstone when she passed away. Elvis once said he didn't want to miss out going to heaven on a technicality. Hard to believe, but true. The king was a Yid.
And what's the final takeaway from this book, Cool Jew?
Well, there is so much that you could take away from Cool Jew, but one perhaps essential piece of information is the art of the schnorr. Now, to do the art of the schnorr, you have to first know what schnorring is. So schnorring is when you show up at a neighbor's house with a cup asking for sugar, but you show up precisely at dinner time, and of course you're hungry, so you kind of hint that you should be invited for dinner. Now, if you actually are invited for dinner, but you show up without a gift, that's schnorring. Now, how do you schnorr when no one knows you're schnorring? That's the art of the schnorr. Now, in most college campuses, there is a Chabad rabbi, and these Chabad rabbis have huge families, like 14 children. So if you happen to show up at a Sabbath meal, no one will even know you're there. That's the art of the schnorr.
The book is called Cool Jew, the ultimate guide for every member of the tribe, and it's not just for Jews. Lisa Klug, thank you so much.
Thank you.